The butterfly who couldn't fly. Once upon a time, in a vibrant garden filled with flowers of every colour, there lived a little butterfly named Bella. She had shimmering wings that sparkled in the sunlight, painted with shades of blue, yellow, and orange. All her friends in the garden could flit from one flower to another, soaring high above the tall grasses and dancing with the breeze. But there was something different about Bella. No matter how hard she tried, she simply couldn't fly. Every morning, Bella would watch the other butterflies take to the air as soon as the sun rose, their wings fluttering gently as they explored the garden's secrets. Bella would open her wings as wide as she could, give them a determined flap, but she never lifted off the ground. Instead, she would walk from petal to petal, feeling the soft velvet on her tiny feet. At times, Bella felt sad. She longed to see the world from above, like Spark, her friend with the emerald green wings, who soared higher than anyone else. Spark would swoop down and tell her tales of magical ponds, hidden paths, and fields of wild strawberries. Bella listened intently, imagining what flying must feel like, the wind in her face, and the thrill of dancing among the clouds. One day, while Bella was resting on a daisy, she heard a gentle voice whisper, "Why don't you join us in the sky?" It was Petal, the wise old butterfly who had seen many seasons in the garden. Bella looked down at her feet shyly and replied, "I've tried, but my wings just won't work. I've tried jumping, flapping, even spinning in circles, but I can't fly." Petal smiled softly. "Every butterfly finds their own way to the sky," she said. "Sometimes it just takes a little more time and courage." Encouraged by Petal's words, Bella decided to try again. She spent days exercising her wings, flapping them gently at first, then faster and faster as she practiced. She tried hopping a bit higher each time, until she was springing from petal to petal without falling. Still, her wings wouldn't carry her into the air. Some of her friends began bringing her gifts. The ladybugs built a little ramp from a leaf so she could have a running start. The ants cheered her on from below, waving tiny twigs as flags. Even the bees buzzed around her, offering words of encouragement and stories about their own first flights. One sparkling morning, as dew glittered on every leaf, Bella climbed to the very tip of the tallest sunflower in the garden. She looked out at the world below, the winding stream, the poppies swaying in the breeze, and her friends waving up at her with excitement. Bella took a deep breath. She remembered Petal's advice. Find your own way. Believe you can. With her heart beating faster and her wings trembling, she pushed off the sunflower and gave her wings the biggest, bravest flap she had ever managed. At first she wobbled and dipped, but then something wonderful happened. The wind caught under her wings, lifting her higher, gently at first, and then soaring. Bella gasped in delight as she felt the garden shrink below her. She twirled, looped, and dipped, laughter bubbling up as she glided through the morning air. All her friends clapped and cheered from below. From that day on, Bella flew every morning, never forgetting the lesson she had learned. Sometimes it takes a little more time, a little more courage, and the support of good friends to achieve your dreams. And so, in the garden, whenever anyone doubted themselves, Bella would fly over with a great big smile and say, "If you try and keep on trying, you'll find your wings too." And the whole garden shone a little brighter, all because of the butterfly who couldn't fly, until the day she did.